Hello and welcome. My name is Lorrayne and this is Starseed Living. Today we're talking about sovereignty, and maybe from a little bit different point of view than any of us have really thought about it before. What is sovereignty? What does it mean for us? And what does it mean for us going forward? I don't know if you've actually even really thought about it, but it is a word that is being thrown around quite a bit of late in the face of all of this blatant tyranny that we've all been experiencing. And when tyranny exposes itself and exerts itself, we tend to begin to start looking at what and who we are. So if you're hearing some strange little noises in the background, that's the cat trying to get into the office. Doesn't like to be left out. So back to sovereignty. So I've been taking these courses lately, courses in marketing from a sovereign standpoint, meaning standing on your own two feet, learning to recognize the power that you are and move forward from that perspective, in learning also to extract yourself from the greater over-governance, I would say. And the other course that is influencing things in a really profound way is a self-governance class that I'm taking. Now, I'm a member of the American States Assembly, the Virginia Assembly to be exact. And in this self-governance course, we are being called forth to create from the past the governance that we wish to experience. Now, in the United States, we have not self-governed for over 160 years, meaning that our government was usurped by a foreign entity, an overlord that was originally intended from the American standpoint to be our employees, but in essence infiltrated itself and spread its tentacles far and wide into every aspect of our lives. During that time, of course, television and movies and other means of populist control filtered into the norm, and we as humans, trusting that things were being done right, and at the same time being manipulated and brainwashed through our school systems and our television and our radio to believe that everything was good, everything was normal, and we were being taken care of. Now, a self-governant, sovereign being doesn't do that, but we forgot what our forefounders and forefathers put in place. Some really profound ideas and ideas actually acquired from the Iroquois nation, which had been self-governing for hundreds of years. Our Constitution is based on the Constitution or documents of the Iroquois nation. And we learned in our early days in this country to govern ourselves as independent, free people with the assistance of the Iroquois nation. The Iroquois believed in the foundations of what our Constitution now reads. They believed in the fact that all men are created equal, that we are the ones to stand on our own 2 feet, to operate ourselves in a manner that is fair and right for all living beings, to be in co-creation with all living beings. We've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten how to stand on our own 2 feet. And it's really interesting because even those of us that are deeply immersed in the process of learning the self-governance, sovereignty standpoint, still look to our governments, our authorities, to dictate to us what is right for us. A true sovereign being does not do that. They recognize themselves as the ultimate authority in their lives, second only to their source, their divine, their God. So if you're not just taking direction from your source or from what you believe is the best and highest for you and those that you have divine trust for, then you are not operating as a sovereign, self-governing individual. Here are the other indicators that would show that you are not operating from your sovereign, divine right. When you want to blame someone else, a government, a political party, a corporation, anyone outside of you, without taking responsibility for your participation in, then you are not sovereign. You are acting, let's look at it from the standpoint of you are acting like a child. Now, this is taking into consideration, we have to take into consideration that we have been brainwashed and we have been manipulated. And if you repeat to a person, an individual, over and over again, over a period of time, that will become their mode of operation. That will become their belief system. That is how a belief system is enacted. It's repeated over and over again until it becomes your mode of operation. So all of us are acting like children, allowing this giant overlord, this overreaching, tentacle-driven, money, greed, power-driven entity that is our government, no matter where we are in the world, to overshadow what we know to be right and true for us. And it's because we have been put in the energetic space of a child. Now, a child cannot make rational decisions. They cannot make decisions based on experience. So we all have also been pushed into emotionality. So when you're in emotionality, your logical brain does not kick in. So we're children operating out of emotionality. And then we stomp our feet and demand. It won't work that way. In order to affect change in our lives and in the greater world, we need to stand up and mature up. And there are ways to do that. Many, many, many people are waking up. This is the Great Awakening. We are waking up to the truth. We are beginning to see the cracks and see through the illusion that has been created. But so many of us are still there. And even those of us that have been awake for a long time still fall into the old habituated pattern of blaming and looking to someone else to take care of us. It's time for all people of the world to stand up, to recognize as a human being, you have the power. You were created in the image and likeness of the divine. You know that you truly are the sovereigns of this world. So maybe it's time for you to look to yourself, to your family unit, and start self-governing. Start taking responsibility for your choices and your actions. Stop blaming someone else or something else for the position that you find yourself in. Take little steps every day to make effective changes in your life, to take back your power, to recognize the importance. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be easy, because when you take back responsibility, it means you have to be responsible for yourself. Maybe you have to start learning some new skills and techniques. Maybe you have to discover new and amazing ways to interact with the rest of society. We have to stop looking for someone to rescue us, and we have to learn to rescue ourselves. All right, this is my end of my little rant. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, my name is Lorraine Ham.